swear to God, I swear to the Lord baby Jeebus in the sky, in another life, I'm going to be a father. I am going to be a father. I am going to reap the benefits of being a dad. You wanna know what my daughter told her father today? She looked him dead in the fucking eye. She peered into his damn soul and said, Daddy, I hate the world without you. That is the nicest thing that has ever come out of that tiny little asshole's mouth, and it wasn't directed at me. You want to know what she told me today? We were at swim class and she was doing her show out. A show out is a little trick they do in the pool and the parents have to stand and clap and be impressed, even though it isn't even that fucking cool. Yeah, I was up there trying to be supportive, and she looked at me and said, Go sit down, Mom, you're embarrassing me. First of all, I don't have a choice. It's mandatory I stand right there. And second of all, I'm just trying to support you, you little This man could heat up a peanut butter jelly sandwich and he gets parent of the year. I cater to her hand and foot and I'm embarrassing. I'm embarrassing.
Well, I could have told her all of this without her telling this story, because the truth is, we fathers are more loved than you mothers. And this is the reason why I say children are and would be more happier with their father than with their mother if they had to make a choice. But because of the government and child support law, because y'all want child support and the government wants a cut of the child support that you get also, we don't get the opportunity to have full custody of the child. And sadly, for the child has to live with you instead of their daddy. This is an experience that virtually every kid who has a good father in their lives experience. They want to live with their daddy. They don't want to live with you.
Hey, how about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun. Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
If you have custody of your child and the father is in your child's life, let your child, male or female, go live with their daddy. Please stop acting like you're the better parent, because in most cases, you're not. And all you have to do is ask your child and they'll literally tell you. If your child resents their dad in any way, I promise you that it's not because he left. It's because he left and didn't take him or her with him. I'll say that again. It's because he left and didn't take your kid with him. And now his kid is stuck with you. This is virtually every kid. Ask them. They don't want to be with y'all. Give up your custody and your precious child support and let your child be happy and live with their daddy. You don't think your child is actually aware of how you really feel about them? That's the actual reason why they like their dad more than they like you. But your children know how you feel about them. They're smart. So this is the main reason why your children love their daddy so much, because we actually appreciate our children in real life. We don't run around smiling in their faces and then talking about them behind their back. That's what women do. You take your frustration out on your child. Virtually every time something goes wrong in your life, your child gets the brunt of your pain. How you feel about their dad, they got to deal with. How you feel about your ex-boyfriend after your dad, when it didn't work out, they got to deal with it. And that's just about frustration. What about how many things you blame on your child? When you didn't get a raise or a promotion at your job, who did you blame it on? Your child. Because the reason why you didn't get what you wanted from your job is because you can't come to work early and you can't leave work late in order to show your commitment to your job, because you always got to pick your kid up, or because your kid is always sick, you take too many days off in order to show a certain level of commitment to your company. Therefore, they gave a raise or promotion to somebody else because they had more bandwidth than you did, simply because you're a single mother and they aren't. Oh, and what about your body? Even though you chose to have a baby and the child didn't ask to be here, you covertly or overtly blame your body, the way you look right now, on your child. And then you want this little person who gets all of this verbal and emotional abuse from you to actually want to live with you instead of their dad? Do you realize how much anxiety you've instilled in your child because of your own anxiousness? Do you think their dad will instill things like anxiety and verbal abuse into their child if the child lived with them? Most likely not. But like I said, because you are enjoying your child support or enjoying your motherhood, because being a mother is a badge of honor and you don't want anybody to take it from you, even though you can be a mother with the child living with their dad, but you don't want it like that. Because the other reason why you don't want to give up your child and let them live with their dad, because you use your child like an emotional Swiss Army knife. When you feel lonely at home by yourself, you call your child in the living room so y'all can look at a movie together. If you have a son, you start making your son like a son husband and start feeling good about having a man in the house, even though you don't have a man in the house. But deep down, emotionally, you know that your son is the only male that you've ever met in your life that actually is not going to abandon you, hurt you, and will always love you unconditionally. Your son is the only male human that has ever felt like that towards you. Whenever you have a bad day, what do? You take it out on your child, especially if you have a daughter. A lot of you mothers are suffering from enmeshment. You are enmeshed with your kid, and due to you being so dysfunctionally enmeshed with your kid, you teach your child how to need you instead of how to leave the nest and not need you. See, that's what parenting actually is. You teach your child how to no longer need you and leave the nest. But what mothers do, you guilt trip your child every second you get an opportunity to make sure that when they do leave the nest, they still need you, or they don't forget about you so you can need them and depend on them, because in most cases, you either weren't or aren't able to go out and find a husband to depend on. So because of that, you still depending on your grown child. And it all starts from when they were little. Well, I'm the one that raised you. Your daddy didn't raise you. Who did this for you? Who did that for you? I put a roof over your head. You use that to guilt trip them into keeping them enmeshed with you even after they left your house. These are the reasons why it's more important than ever for these children to go live with their dads so they won't get stuck with being enmeshed and screwed up by being under your roof. There's 3 brilliant books that will help any woman that had to deal with a narcissistic mother that talked bad about their dad, who is literally jealous of her relationship with her dad, like this woman is. Read these 3 books. The first one is Mother Hunger. The second book is Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. And the third book that is most important is called You're Not Crazy, It's Your Mother. And you'll be able to see everything that I've said, including everything that this woman said, is worse than just a funny video that she posted on Instagram. It is real life. Mothers are the worst parents for a girl or a boy. Send your child to their daddy before you inadvertently do the same thing to your child that your mother did to you. But what do y'all think? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Am I right? Am I off base? Did I go overboard with this video? Is this just some funny video that I took out of context? Or am I actually right? Let me know what you think in the comments. What was your experience with your mother? Or what is your experience as a mother? Or what is your experience dealing with a mother like this woman? Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Hey, how about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun. Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.